Hi, welcome to Digital Shoptalk. I'm Josh Allen, Director of Marketing at Location3. Alex is actually out somewhere, lakeside, I think, on vacation this week. So joining me today, we've actually got our head of local, Mr. Nick Neels. Welcome, Nick Neels.
Hey, thanks for having me. I wore the flannel today, even though it's going to be like 90 degrees out and this room is roasted.
Right around there.
I had to do it for Shop Talk.
Kind of tell us a little bit about, your role here at Location3 as head of local.
Sure, yeah. My focus really is on those multi-unit and franchise systems, managing their location data essentially across the web, both on their own assets, their websites, as well as the local listing universe. So that's what I've been focused on for the last, 4.5 years. I think we started around the same time.
Around the same time, yeah. Yeah, and he's our resident chicken master here at Location3 as well, too. So, anyway, some big news, actually, as I mentioned, in local, not regarding chickens, but actually regarding Yahoo Maps. So Yahoo Maps, officially as of now, has sunsetted, really, is sunsetted a word? Anyway, sunsetted Yahoo Maps and really kind of shifted the focus to Yahoo Local. So kind of tell us a little bit about that and what the implications are there.
Yeah, and that was kind of some big news. Everyone was getting really excited over, hey, Yahoo Maps is going away. What do we do? But in reality, Yahoo is supporting two products that are very similar. With the Yahoo Maps, which is kind of the traditional, but they've continued to build on Yahoo Local, or it's actually local.yahoo.com. Essentially, same information on there when it comes to local listings. So really, Yahoo's focus is to sunset the one to focus more so on the other. I would say focus on Yahoo Local very liberally, because Marissa Mayer has come out and said, hey, local's not a focus, but you can tell they're trying to tighten up their systems a little bit. So listings will still remain on local.yahoo.com.
Would you say, when they're not focusing on local, look, the reality is Google has the market share in this space. Apple is certainly gaining ground, which we'll talk about in a bit. Is that what you you're saying essentially, is that Yahoo's not focusing on it because there's really no point in focusing on it at this point, because to gain that much ground is probably pretty difficult, right?
Yeah, and it was pretty surprising a couple years back when Melissa moved over to Yahoo and said, hey, we're not focusing on local, because that was her role at Google. But really, I think what Yahoo's now focusing on is that ROI. She removed the work from home policy and things of that nature, trying to tighten up Yahoo holistically. And to do that, she felt that she couldn't really focus on Yahoo for the time being, and that hasn't changed since she's been there.
Makes sense. So actually shifting from, Yahoo, who's kind of downgrading in local, let's talk about Apple, that's really kind of stepping up their game. So we all know Google has this incredible street view. I think I've toured, my own parents' backyard while at the office here in Denver. They're in upstate New York. So this Apple Maps road trip, Apple's going on a road trip this summer. Hopefully a lot of people are going on road trips this summer, but tell us about the Apple one. What's going on there?
Yeah, so Apple has come out and announced that they're going to be sending a fleet of vehicles out to do Street View. Obviously, they are well behind the ball of Google and behind on their game, because Google's been doing this for years. But Apple came out and announced worldwide, tour dates is what I'm calling it, where those vehicles go around and take Street View. Denver, Colorado is not on the list. Otherwise,
come on, Apple.
They've got a 2-week time span for each of these cities and locations. So once that comes around, maybe we can take 2 weeks off and sit outside the office with signs, just waiting for them to drive by.
I'm all for it.
But it's nice to see Apple investing in Street View, because they're, aside from adding new partners who provide them data, they are starting to invest in more and more features and functionality for their product, obviously, which drives a lot of smartphone usage with Apple Maps. They also have a desktop version now that they roll out to across all Macs and tablets and things like that. So It's nice to see them investing that. Interior views, the
Could be
local business tours.
Yeah,
maybe eventually. I think they're going to start with this and see how it goes.
Nice. So takeaway, less focus on Yahoo, more focus on Apple Maps. If you are a small business or a brand marketer, it sounds like Apple's going to make a concerted effort to really step up their game and compete with Google. So appreciate the info, Nick. We'll be back with some more tips. All right, Nick, so we just got done talking about kind of sunsetting Yahoo Maps, Apple Maps really stepping up their game. It's no secret, as we mentioned before, that Google really does have the lion's share of the market in this space. However, Google never really a group to be satisfied with their product. They're constantly refining things. And when it comes to local listings, the most recent was really this unverifying of inactive listings. So tell us a little bit about what's going on there.
Yeah, Google's had a long-standing problem of listings being claimed maybe a year or two ago, and through ownership change or agency turnover or whatever it may be, someone else wants to manage that listing over time. Mm-hmm. Google's having trouble releasing the once verified listing to the new owner. So what they put into place was a system where if you do not log into your local listing account for 6 months, then they will unverify that listing. And I think it's a smart move because even just working, whether it's small, medium businesses or enterprise clients, these accounts are set up, and then if someone leaves the company or someone forgets to log in, it's just a disaster to get ownership of those listings again. Mm-hmm. And so they're moving to a better process, which allows the appropriate folks who are trying to manage it nowadays to take over. Mm-hmm.
And how often should you log in? I mean, in reality?
Definitely want to log in minimum once a week. Mm-hmm. And that's because Google has policy updates. They have category updates. Mm-hmm.
You just want to update the content in your listing, right?
You want to keep that content up to date. That, whether hours of operation change, you got a new phone number, whatever it may be. They also have a lot of bugs. That's a big secret that not everyone knows. Is these massive bulk accounts have a ton of bugs, whether it's ownership conflicts or just random stray things occurring. You just want to have a good sense of what your account is doing at all times, as well as the accounts for other channels where you're managing your local listings. You always want to be logging into those, because the one time you don't, there's going to be some errors, and you may not even be showing up on Google or other channels anymore.
Great. So the takeaway, make sure you log into your Google account. Check it regularly, especially whether you have one or multiple business listings. Otherwise, your competitor might actually be showing up ahead of you. So appreciate the tip. All right, in this week's upvote, we're going to give the upvote to America. We just got done celebrating 4th of July. There's been a lot of great things happening in this wonderful country over the past few weeks. So, America, we hope you had a wonderful 4th of July filled with fireworks, family, fun. Nick went to space.
USA.
That's it for Digital Shop Talk this week. Alex Porter will be back. Next week, I will not. I'll be running around the streets of Paris, hopefully. We want to thank Mr. Neels. You can follow him on Twitter at Nick Neels. Be sure to tweet at us using the hashtag Digital Shop Talk, location3.com, at Location3. We'll see you next time.